Welcome. This is James Duerr, your host of the San Antonio Entertainment Show, and you've tuned into a special Christmas edition. And my special guest host today is Rhonda Devlin.
Hello.
Hey, Rhonda, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
So we're gonna talk about later on in the show. We're gonna give our listeners a little bit about what's going on in town, all the different festivals, the live music, the river events, the Christmas Eve specials. Everything's going on, and but today we want to talk about the real meaning of Christmas. And what is the real meaning of Christmas?
Well, it has to do with Jesus.
Yes.
It has to do with family and giving and merriment.
And do you think that's the first thing that comes to people's mind when you say Christmas?
I don't know. I think that people get stressed with Christmas. I think that they think about all the things they're going to have to do, all the things they're going to have to buy. So I don't think that people slow down enough to really enjoy the season and what it's meant for.
And I think you know about this because you do therapeutic counseling.
Yes.
And I feel like I do therapeutic counseling too on my show, which is a sponsored entertainment show, the James Duerr Show and the 7 Steps of Financial Success, because we educate the American public on finances,
Right.
and we want everybody to have financial wellness.
Right.
And your business, you try to, I don't know if educate's the right word.
Educate's a great word. I try to bring awareness, education. If they don't know what they don't know, then they're stuck. Yeah.
And the key word here today, listeners, is wellness. We want you to have financial wellness. We want you to have spiritual wellness, mental wellness, physical wellness.
All of it.
All of it.
The way that we're supposed to live.
Right.
In all those ways, optimized.
So we're going to talk a little bit with the expert Rhonda Devlin, and you can catch her podcast. Go to iHeartRadio, go wherever. I mean, it's all over the place. Just like ours is. Spotify,
Stitcher, iTunes, Radio Public. You said tune in, and then of course AM 630 The Word.
Right.
It's Level Up with Rhonda Devlin.
Right, and you can catch my shows on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, and here broadcast out of beautiful San Antonio. So Rhonda is a specialist in therapeutic therapy, and am I saying that right?
That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the true meaning of Christmas is family, it's Christ, it's enjoying the community, being out there. But a lot of times people kind of retract during Christmas,
Yeah.
and they get depression. How can you help people like that?
Well, I think if you just, again, bring awareness, help them to understand not to do that, just bring it to their mind. And I just think also as you're helping them understand what it is where they're getting stuck, sometimes it's a hard season because people don't have the money. I mean, there's a lot of money that's being spent in this month of December. I was thinking about, like for the social events, ladies tend to get dresses and we get little, new baubles or whatever. And there's all these things we have to buy for food and preparation. And there's gifts and stuff. So I just was thinking about the different components that can induce stress, if you will. Plus, if you think about it, like I literally last Saturday, and I'm not complaining, I had a great time. I went to 3 Christmas functions. It was wonderful. Plus, I had an ROTC competition function for my son. That was 4 functions in one day. I was exhausted. So part of the stress also is trying to get everything in. It's trying to go to these things. It's trying to get the Christmas shopping done. It's trying to have the mind and emotional, power to be able to do it. And, just trying to juggle all that is pretty stressful. Again, the spending of the money is another thing that really, like, you're looking at your budget, you're like,
But
no.
It doesn't take money. I mean, the San Antonio Entertainment Show, this is what it's all about. We've had the San Antonio River Walk Association, the executive director on our show last week.
Great idea.
And they were talking about all the cool things they do at the river, and it doesn't cost you anything. I mean, you can get down there using Metro, the VIA. VIA is a great resource for getting you downtown. A lot of times the fares are $5 or $2.50 one way, not much.
Yeah.
So you can bring the whole family down, and you can have a A1.
Yeah.
Unbelievable Christmas.
Absolutely beautiful.
You can see all the river walk. You can go along the river walk. You can look at they have the ice skaters down in Travis Park now. There's so many things. Yeah, well, you go to SanAntonioEntertainmentShow.com and you can rewatch that video. But what you and I talked about off air, there's a lot of things you can do. You want to get out, right? Is that probably one of the worst things to do during Christmas, just to stay home?
It is. The other thing is a lot of traffic.
Right.
Have you noticed how amped up the traffic is?
Yeah, all of a sudden.
You know, hitting it at the right time, you do want to get out. You want to be able to, I think, have a better strategy. Be mindful about what you're doing. You know, I like to say good is good enough. So if you're going to a social event and you're taking something, take something like crackers and dip. It's fine. You don't have to make a 7-course meal or whatever. Go down the Riverwalk. Go and take advantage of the things that are free and easy to do, and just, you know, let go of the stress.
Right.
So
that's the main thing. What about then? You have to have a little self-discipline, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I was talking to a dad the other day, and bless his heart. I mean, I know we want to give the most to our children, and the holidays is a time when people tend to extend themselves financially, and so, you know, he has this daughter, and you know, she's in cheerleading, and so there was just a lot of money he was pouring out, you know, trying to make her happy and bless her, but I could just really sense and pick up that stress that he was going through. So self-discipline, knowing that, you know, moderate's okay. We don't have to, you know, break the bank to be able to make people happy, because that's not what the holidays are about.
And your kids are watching this self-discipline. So if you don't have self-discipline, how can you expect them to have it?
You gotta model it for them, definitely.
My kids have always been great, because we've always had for Christmas, we've had the 3 wise men have 3 gifts.
Good.
So they get 3 gifts for Christmas.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's a way to limit it and still keep it spiritual, still understand the real meaning of Christmas, at the same time giving presents.
That's good. We have a budget that we do.
And you know, my budget for the Christmas tree was this year?
What?
0. And I'm not Scrooge.
Okay.
We at the ranch, we cut down a cedar tree.
There you go. Nice. Ooh, a cedar.
And I'm always cutting cedars anyway, but we had a nice little tree we cut down. It's like a little bit like a Charlie Brown tree.
That's okay.
But it's not
beautiful.
drinking up our Texas land water, and it's not, you know, it's not invasive and so anymore. So we cut that thing down, and it's beautiful. My wife decorated it. She does all the decoration. I don't do anything.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful. I did cut down the tree.
Yeah, there you go.
But there are things you can do to minimize costs. And I mean, I looked at trees the other day over at a oh man, it's $178.
And it's done. You've spent it. It's done. Yeah. You know, you've got the what are those called? The thistles, or that's not right. They fall off. I mean, it's just you've spent the money, and it's fun to look at it and stuff. But we actually have an artificial tree, and we're very happy with that. You know, we take care of it, but it's good to be resourceful.
Right.
Use what you can.
So do what you can for Christmas. It's not all about the material things. It's not all about giving gifts. It's all about being together, a family. And if you don't have family, a lot of people out there don't have families. You go out in the community. You engage with people.
Yes.
You get out of the house and enjoy.
Yes.
Because, you know, people are paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to come to San Antonio because of our Riverwalk, because of all the things there are to do here in San Antonio.
Yes.
And you can do your staycation, you can do your holiday celebration without ever leaving home. You go down the Riverwalk, you get all the free lights, the river. You know, it's something that you can just make a day out of it.
Yeah, and I was also going to mention that churches have a lot of things going on. If you just Googled what's going on at churches, you know, in the community, they have a lot of free events, and they have activities, they have, you know, shows, they have beautiful services. They're all free.
For churches,
you know, absolutely. And if you,
wow, what a resource.
Yeah, if you don't have family, if you, you know, go and at least participate in that, please, you know, go out and enjoy the season and make the most of it. And just, you know, don't withdraw, like you said. Right.
We got about 20 seconds. Anything else that we hit about? Not trying to impress people, maybe.
Yep.
Guilt giving and all that is it just.
Don't overspend. Have a budget, and try not to overeat.
Okay. If you got any questions, you contact Rhonda or I at entertainment@jamesduerr.com. That's entertainment@jamesduerr.com. Look forward to having you on again.
Thank you.